Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Pure Nintendo Podcast. This is your weekly dose of all things Nintendo. My name is Jemma, and joining me this week, I have my two excellent friends. I have Kirk. Welcome back, Kirk.
Hello.
Hello. And joining again this week, we have Trev. Welcome back, Trev.
Hey, yeah, this is what, my third in a row.
Yeah,
Getting
I think
back
so.
into them.
And every episode this year so far, so.
Yes,
That
100%.
and 1,000.
Hope you guys are doing well. We had our awesome predictions episode last week. I hope everyone enjoyed that one. That was really fun. This week it's back into the rhythm of some news. But before we do get to news and games we're playing, there was the Nintendo 2025 year in review did come out during the week, and we knew this would happen kind of mid-January. They pushed it back. They sort of told us last year. Normally it's a mid-December thing. They said, hey, we're going to do it in January this year. Maybe so it doesn't get not confused, but muddied with all the other years in reviews that they do. You know, you got your Spotify, YouTube, even Amazon Music does it for the music side of things. I think all the other game platforms do it too, but Nintendo decided to wait till January. And I think the positive side of that is you get the whole year in review then. So even December is included, which is pretty neat. So we will go through that and talk about our biggest games. Who would like to begin with their overview? Who has some cool highlights for us? So they told us basically number of games in total. And I wonder who among us has the highest number of games, number of hours. Then they have the style, the biggest games per month, as well as the top game of the year. So, Kirk, would you like to tell us the number of games that were listed in your Switch review? Total number of games?
I will.
Sure.
I hope, I just want to say up front, I hope that none of us has 67 anywhere. I don't.
I
So,
don't.
okay. I played 71 games this year.
Cool.
But I think also this thing that Nintendo does is not meant for people who review games, because the list just goes on and on and on.
Oh, yeah.
And I was scrolling. I'm like, oh, my Lord, I just want to get to the next category. I don't want to see all this. It's kind of sad to think about, really. Like, if I were a gamer and wasn't reviewing, how many of these games would I have played? But yeah,
true.
71. And how's this for a number of hours? 1,111.
Wow.
Wow. I don't think I've done that any year.
That's a lot. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And all ones, straight across the board. 1, 1, 1, 1.
That's what happens when you play nothing but RPGs, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's really
Yes.
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and then there is one funny thing here once we get down to the game we played the most that makes it even more odd for me. But we'll get there in a minute. How did you guys do for games and hours?
How did you go, Trev?
I had 72. No, I'm just kidding. I had 57. And I definitely did not have anywhere near Kirk's hours. I had 469 hours.
Cool. Sorry, what was it? How many? I got
469.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Which
I'm
is
pretty
not even half of what Kirk. I thought it was good, but
Yeah.
Well, here's the other secret too. A lot of these hours are me falling asleep playing the game in my chair and waking up 2 hours later, shutting it off and going to bed.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not like we have a huge difference in games, maybe like one extra game a month, but the hours, just, but it is. It's probably the type of game you play. If you play a lot of like RPGs or story-driven games, you're going to get big hours. And if you do smaller games or, I don't know.
Yeah. That's it's impressive, honestly. And mine is nowhere near that either. But I do have 85 games, which I think is pretty cool.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
But only for 11 hours, so less than both of you. So with more games. So there you go.
Wait. So you have the most games, but the least hours.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I must pick up a lot of smaller games.
When you look at your playlist, Jemma, does it say played for a little while, like for your most recent games?
I mean, sometimes, but usually it's.
You try out a lot of demos too.
I do. That's true. I do try
do demos count?
I think so. Yeah.
Assume so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I tried
I
a
don't
lot
think I
of.
played any demos.
I did try a lot this year, and this is the first year that I've had my review account and like you were saying, Kirk, my review account and personal account. This is combined. You know how normally I have two? Like I usually use a different account for reviewing and my different one for my personal one.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I said last year I'm going to combine them this year, so I did that so to get a more accurate result, I guess. And so that's what's happened, which is why it's 85 games. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And there's little games like Time Flies, which is like a 2-hour game kind of thing, or
Yeah, that's true.
things like that I do pick up. So that explains it. But yeah, that's pretty neat. I'm very impressed with yours. Do you remember what yours was last year, Kirk? Was it over 1,000?
I don't, but they did something this year, right? Like when you get to the end of it, they throw back to your entire history. Did you guys see that?
I
I did.
did not. No.
I was complaining about that here on the podcast about a month ago, saying that I've tried to look at the past ones because it kept the emails and the information's gone. But they gave it back to us after all. So I could scroll down there, but I don't want to lose my place for the podcast, so I can't see it.
I missed that. I did see someone post online their history. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. They must have saved it every year.
It's like a little timeline they have from
Yeah.
like 2017, like when the first Switch came out.
Yeah.
Just kind of through the years.
Yeah.
That is
And
really
that's the
cool.
one that's really hard to get through if you're a reviewer. That timeline is just massive.
I'll have to check while we're talking. But let's talk about, I guess, game style. Mine was action and then adventure with my two top categories, 45% action, 20% adventure. What were your categories?
I am very close to you, Gemma.
Yeah?
I had 43% action, 21% adventure.
Wow, that is really close, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know what's funny? Like other genres were single digits, but RPG was actually second at 24. And yet I only had 469 hours. So
Wow.
I don't know if that just means I played a few RPGs long and just not a high number. I don't know.
Yeah, my
But,
RPG was way down at 7%, which is kind of sad. I'm gonna have to pick that up this year, I think.
like just because Pokemon, that counts as RPG, right? I know it's like
Ah.
kind of action adventure, but
Yeah, I wonder because Pokemon is featured in my list, so 7% is pretty low if it does count. Yeah, interesting. And what was yours, Kirk?
Well, you won't be shocked at all to find out that role playing was number one for me at 43%.
Yes,
I
43.
I had action at 23% and adventure at 18%.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Now, my
Pretty good.
favorite one on here, though, because I don't even know what it means, character driven.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what that is. Is it like
I didn't get that.
like a visual novel kind of thing?
Maybe. Yeah, you know what? Maybe they consider like the Phoenix Wright games, the Ace Attorney games. I played that Miles Edgeworth one and put quite a bit of time into that. So maybe that's what that is.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
You know what they need
And
to have for Kirk? They need to have a genre like a demon high school simulator.
Yes.
Demon High School. Well, hopefully that would be above construction and management, which is on here. Like, I feel like if you're going to put Demon High School and construction and management genres in front of me, yeah, I'm going to go Demon High School. Like choosing my major in college.
Yeah, exactly. Do we want to say our biggest month and maybe our top 3 games, I guess, as well? So sorry, I lost my place there. November was my highest month, though. It was like the tail end of the year for me. It was really high. Like November, it went basically November, December, September, my top 3 months, and then June, and then October. So May was really low for me for some reason. I don't know what I was doing in May, but I didn't have a lot of hours that month. What about you guys?
My biggest month was March, and I mean by far, but that is because that is when Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition came out.
Yep.
I had 136 hours in March.
Wow.
And I have some other months where I didn't even half that. But the funny thing is, my I guess my fourth highest month was June when that's when the Switch 2 came out, right?
Yes.
Every month after that, it dropped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just straight down. So after the huge February, March, April, and June were my biggest months. And then after June, it just fell down. Not a
Wow.
lot. Well, I guess it
Mm.
did. December, I didn't put in nearly as much as some of the other months. But yeah,
Yeah.
don't know why that
Interesting.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah. Almost the opposite to me, really. That mine was, yeah, the second half of the year was way bigger, you know. And it's like Pokemon was the biggest game of October. Um, Mario Kart it was June and August. Donkey Kong was July, and then Hollow Knight kind of dominated the rest. And Silksong. What about you, Trev?
So, uh, I have two big months. June, when the Switch 2 came out,
Mm-hmm.
I had 86 hours. Then July and August took quite a dip, but then in September was my biggest month. I had 90 hours. I trying to remember what came out around that time. I
Yeah,
guess I'll
because
have to
that
flip it
was
through.
yeah, that was before Pokemon.
Those were
I
my
don't
two
know.
big months. I had a really quiet April. I don't know what was going on then. And
Mm,
December last month, I had some family stuff going on. But
yeah.
yeah, those were my two big months. June when Switch 2 came out and was playing Mario Kart World a lot. And then
Mm.
in September, oh, I know what I was playing in September. It was actually my biggest played game of the year,
Ah, okay.
which we'll get to, I suppose, in a minute. But
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I thought it was interesting is that Mario Kart 8 was my most played game in April, and then June and August were Mario Kart World. So even Mario Kart 8 was still up there, which is kind of nice. So it's like I was waiting for the new Mario Kart and just had to play Mario Kart 8 a lot in April before the new
it's
one
too
came
bad
out.
they can't have Mario. What's the mobile one? World Tour in there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder how many hours I have on that one. And I think you'll find this funny that Luck Be a Landlord was my highest played game in February. Which is that
Wow.
one with the slot machines and you're trying to beat the
Yep.
land.
I
Yeah.
remember.
I did add some unusual games for my for the month, like most played
Mm.
games.
Yeah.
Like in my February, like Kirk, do you remember those visual novels we did that were like part of a set?
Yes.
That was my most played game in February, that Never Seven or which is kind of interesting. Of
Oh,
course this
cool.
was
Yeah.
before Switch 2,
Yeah,
but
true. Yes. Yes. All right. Well, let's do the top three then. Trev, since you're kind of already talking, do you want to do your top three most played games of 2025?
yeah, again, anyone want to guess or 'cause I have
Well,
kind of hinted about these a little bit in the
I mean,
past, but
I assume Pokemon might be in there, maybe Mario Kart, and I
Yeah, I
don't
was going to
know.
say
Pokemon's my
Mario Kart.
runner up.
Yeah.
It's 46 hours. Pokemon's runner up.
Mm-hmm. Mario Kart is in the top three.
No, didn't quite make
Okay.
the top 3. It did make my most played for a month, like, in
Mm,
June when I picked up the Switch, it was my most played game that
yeah.
month.
Donkey Kong or maybe Agatha Christie? No?
Donkey Kong just missed out. It's funny because back-to-back months, Donkey Kong was my top game for the month, July and August,
Mm.
but not quite enough to be in my top 3.
Mhm.
So my third most played was Hyrule Warriors,
Oh, yeah, of course. Mhm.
and then my most played game was Wild Hearts S.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Which
Nice.
is the game I played in September, which is why September had like 90 hours.
Ah,
I
yeah.
put 50 hours into Wild Hearts and then 40 in miscellaneous. So
Wow. Very cool. Gosh, again,
yeah,
that's really good that you picked up that game. Yep.
I know it
Yeah,
was
never.
close. It was within four hours of Pokemon, but they did
Yeah,
for
yeah.
playtime.
Yeah, my 2 and 3 are very close, honestly. Well, I'll do mine next then. Well, you can probably guess what my number what would you guys want to guess my 3?
I'll guess Pokemon, especially since you played the DLC.
Yes, Pokemon is my third most played. I thought it would be
Oh,
second. I thought it'd be
okay.
second, but it was third.
Ooh.
Just pipped just by Mario Kart World, just number 2, like
Ah,
2 hours difference, honestly. And the game that I got obsessed with this year was number 1. Do you know what that is? The one I go on about from September onwards.
was it Silksong?
It was Hollow Knight, yes, the original.
Oh yeah, Hollow Knight. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
yes. I played that to death, 66 hours, which is a lot for me. So,
Wow,
yeah.
that's a hard game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I finally, I completed it. I talked about that on the show. So, yeah, Hollow Knight was my most played game, which I'm really happy with that. I knew it would be. I had a really pretty good feeling about that because I did spend a lot of time with it. But I'm happy to see Pokemon up there and Mario Kart as well. So yeah. What about you, Kirk?
Wait, so did you give us all three? I was going to guess Donkey Kong Bonanza on one of them.
No, that one just missed out. No, okay. Hollow Knight, Mario Kart, and Pokemon.
Okay, Mario Kart, gotcha.
Yes.
All right, well, my three, my hours are all pretty big on these. My third biggest was one I would have never guessed, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I spent 96 hours on that.
Wow.
It doesn't surprise me because I've seen what my wife does with those games. So.
Yeah. And I, like, after I completed the main story and finally got my character hitched, there was still a lot I could have done, but I thought, no, I could keep playing this game, but I've got other things I got to get to. So there, if you ever wonder whether we actually play the games that we're reviewing, yes, 96 hours worth of playing the game that I reviewed.
Yes.
The next one is the one I didn't even review. Mary Skelter 2.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
Look that one up. Mary Skelter 2.
I don't even think I know that. Did you talk about it on a podcast?
I think I did at one point, because the games we're playing, I had it mentioned there. Yeah, it's one of those dungeon crawling, block by block, turn-based battles. Kind of things along the lines of what's the game that you had me buy and I couldn't, Etrian Odyssey, along like that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, you couldn't get into that. Huh.
I eventually will. It wasn't what I wanted it to be right away, but once I'm willing to accept it on its own terms, I'm sure I'll have a good enough time with it.
Well, did you put the auto mapping on? That helps.
Yeah.
Okay. Mary Skelter.
Yeah, I do remember you mentioning this. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I'm not done with it.
Yeah.
There's like one final giant dungeon thing that I have to keep climbing up in order to finish it, and I kind of stopped there, so I got to do that, and then move on to the sequel, which I've already purchased and haven't touched. So and Mary Skelter 1.
Yeah. Wait, what is that?
Mary Skelter was triple digits?
Yeah, 121 hours.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
And see if you guys can guess my number one, which I think you can.
Oh, you were going 3, 2, 1 just then. Okay.
Yeah.
3,
2.
Is it Xenoblade?
It's Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yep.
Very cool. Yeah.
135 hours on that, and again, not done.
I thought it'd be the 100 line because it's got 100 in the title.
That would be my second guess. 100.
I'll have to scroll down to see if I did. Yeah, well, the thing about the 100 line too is you can finish the game fairly quickly, but it has so many different endings. Like when you're playing that, it forces you through to one ending, and then you go back and you start playing it, and you can make different decisions that result in different endings, and then you go back to where you made the decision, and you make a different one, and you go forward. So, like, you play it, and then you play it again to discover everything.
Yep.
And eventually get to the good ending.
Do we wonder what Kirk's definition of fairly quickly might be? Is it like 50, 75?
Yeah, to me, finishing a game fairly quickly is 30 to 40 hours. I think.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Very impressive. There you go. That's our list. Anything else to add to that before we move on to some news? That's really.
I did have a little bit of just fun trivia.
Yeah, sure.
Because well, like Kirk said, this year let you go back and see like every year since the Switch. So I was looking year by year, like my most 3 played games.
Oh yeah.
And from 2017 through 2025, I had a pair of games that showed up multiple years. Like they were in my top 3 for a year and then my top 3 again for another year.
Right.
Anyone want to take a whack?
It's
okay if you don't. I can just tell you.
I don't know. No.
So one was Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
Which made my year, the year it came out. And then I think it made the next year because I think I revisited it. It wasn't nearly as high, but it was still high enough to like make top 3. And the other was Pinball FX3.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Pinball FX has never made my list.
They consider Pinball FX3 to be one game as opposed to each table being its own game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
I guess
and
they
it
have
helped that I had most of the tables. So,
yeah.
I can't believe I didn't know about this, and I'm seeing the years now, and it's so cool to see the history. I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember those games from 2017.
take a look live, Jemma. Tell us, what was your most 2017 game?
Oh, you well, you wouldn't be surprised to know it was Lego City Undercover.
I was gonna guess it.
And also 2018 seemed to be the same.
Oh, so you had another repeat. How about that?
Yeah. Mario U Deluxe was 2019. Mario Maker's up there. Animal Crossing 2020, of course. Oh, and
I
City
had a lot
Flexi.
of Mario games in my
Yeah,
list.
Mario's back in number 2020 as well. Mario is probably almost every year. Yeah, it actually is.
I bet I had Mario every year.
Yeah, and then Mario
I had
Kart. Mm.
Mario Rabbids the first year was my top game.
Oh, yeah.
Mario Odyssey the next year was my top game, followed by Super Mario Party.
Right.
2019 Mario Maker 2 was my runner-up. Yeah, Mario Party Superstars. Had a lot of Mario.
Yeah. Any fun trivia from you, Kirk?
I'm going through it now. I think, speaking of games that hit twice, in 2017, my second most played. Oh, actually, this is kind of funny. My top game was 125 hours for Breath of the Wild.
Mhm.
2 was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at 119 hours. And then my third game was Fire Emblem Warriors at 21. So how's that for a drop?
Wow.
I dropped 100 hours between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But then Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was also my top game of 2018 at 160 hours. So that one did cross 2 years.
Yeah. That's really cool. That is so cool. I love that. Thank you for telling me about the year thing. I can't believe I missed that at the end there.
Yeah. Did you guys see any games that like shocked you? Like, I know, Gemma, you're just looking, but like looking through the years, you're like, I can't believe I played that. That made my top 3. Like,
mine looks I'm not surprised by mine. I don't think.
okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Like, I have in 2018, I think it's Lego DC Villains or something made my top 3, and I don't really remember that game very well.
I think I think I just saw that in one of mine when I was flicking through. But I think my kids still also play a lot of that, and they might have used my account for that one. Or I played it with them. I can't remember, but yeah.
Lady Layton made my top 3 one year.
Hmm.
Wow. PGA Golf had 63 hours in 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some games in here that kind of surprised me.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised Balatro 2024 was my third most played game. I forgot about that. Tears of the Kingdom was number 1 in 2023. And Pokemon was number 3 again, Pokemon Violet, which is cool. Yeah, it's a lot of Mario and Zelda, bit of Pokemon. Like Pokemon, what was that one with the one that you and I and Justin used to play? Pokemon Unite, is it?
Oh, that little like beat 'em thing?
That was number 3 one year. I don't know which year it was now, but that was up there.
Wow.
I saw. Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, no, I did love that game. And then I forgot about it. So
I can also see which year my wife played on my profile, because like Disney Dreamlight Valley should never be my number 1. It was for 2024, and I think it's because she was on my profile.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's very funny. Yeah. Very cool. Thank you, guys. Listeners, let us know your top games of 2025 or any year that you think are interesting. We'd love to know.
Can anyone beat Kirk?
Yeah, can anyone beat Kirk in number of hours?
Please don't try.
Tell us
Live more well-balanced lives, please.
What was the number again? Tell us the final tally.
1,111 hours.
Yeah, so it was literally 1,111. Okay, yep.
Combined, Jemma, you and I combined aren't even close.
I know. I know. We're still like 200 short, aren't we? Yeah. Oh,
I take my pure Nintendo duties very seriously.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
And I don't watch a lot of television. There, look at it that way. Everyone else has TV shows. I don't.
That is true. Yes, that is very true. Excellent. Thank you. Let's move on to some news, and the excellent news that we had, I guess just over a week ago, was that the latest GameCube game to come to Switch Online Classics is Fire Emblem. Is it Path of Radiance? Is that the subtitle? Path of Radiance? Yes. Path of Radiance finally we've been waiting for this obviously since the Switch 2 launched. It was in that it was in the little carousel of GameCube titles, wasn't it? So we knew it was coming.
Yep.
But every month, poor Kirk was devastated, disappointed that it wasn't the game. We had other odd games instead. How do you feel about having this finally, Kirk? Are you happy, ecstatic?
I've been spending a lot of time playing it. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
for sure.
I wonder if it'll be your game of January in the next wrap up.
I do not see how it could not be.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Sam was here at the time, and he I was playing it, and he walked down the steps, and you could hear him walking into the kitchen and then stop and turn. He's like, "Wait a minute, is this on the Switch 2 now?" Yes.
So he recognized it straight away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he was playing it on the GameCube. We both did the same thing. We had it on the GameCube in the basement, and started it. But then they made the announcement that it's coming to the Switch, and I'm like, well, hold on. I'm just going to wait until, or the Switch 2. I'll wait until it's available there, and see if it looks a little bit better, which I think it does. But that could just be because I'm playing it on an old cathode ray tube, sorry, TV.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be as crisp as it is on my OLED, QLED. I keep screwing everything up today. I'm so excited about Path of Radiance that nothing else matters to me.
Yes.
But yeah, so we both paused, and he said the moment I get back to college, I'm going to put that on, and I haven't actually talked to him about it yet, so I'll have to check in and see how he's progressing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I haven't started it yet. I haven't played it. I didn't play it originally on the GameCube, so this is exciting for me. And I meant to play it during the week and just didn't get around to it. My apologies. I will do so over the next week. I'm looking forward to it. Trev, have you played this either before or currently on the Switch 2?
I haven't yet. I did mean to load it up just so to say I checked it out, but I wasn't home and I didn't have a good Wi-Fi connection.
Oh, okay.
I'm just curious though, and Kirk would probably know best because I've only ever played really one Fire Emblem game, and that was it was on the 3DS. It was Shadows of Valentia. Is this one very user friendly for somebody who's not familiar with the series, or is it more punishing?
Well, it's punishing in that it does have permadeath. So if somebody dies, they're gone from the game, unless it's a character that is there for plot purposes, and then you can't take that character into battle anymore. But you'll still be around, or she'll still be around for whenever they need to tell a story that involves that person. And there is no way to level up. You can't go in to practice things and level up your characters so that they're overpowered when you go to do the story. You very much need to take advantage of the power-ups they give you, like different potions or certain things you could take with you into battle that'll make you less likely to be killed by a spell. But there is an easy mode, and the easy mode is pretty easy. So just, be prepared that once you lose a character, if it's one you like, you're going to have to restart the level from scratch.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
I do like easy mode.
Yeah. I'm finding myself doing easy mode a lot more recently. Because Kirk made me feel better about that. You said it's okay to use easy mode, especially if you're trying to get through something quickly, I'm like, oh, I can do that. That's fine. But which mode did you choose for this? And also then tell us, how does this rank in your kind of list of Fire Emblem titles, I guess?
I went with normal mode. There's easy, normal, and hard.
Okay.
Again, if I do hard mode, I'm going to be restarting way too much because it's rare that I will ever let a character die in one of these games. And I don't want to do that. So normal mode I'm playing through. Cool. As far as ranking, it's kind of unfair because this is the first one that I really got into, and I'll go into more detail of this down in the games we're playing where we're talking about it. But you know how the first Zelda game I really got into was Wind Waker. That's the one that really introduced me to it. So it's one of my favorites specifically for that purpose. Yeah. Path of Radiance being the first one that I played all the way through. It's not the first one I played, but the first one I played all the way through. Is my second favorite in the series.
Cool. What's your favorite?
Radiant Dawn, which is the sequel to Path of Radiance.
Okay, cool. Hopefully they'll bring that one then. Is that a GameCube title also?
No, it's
No.
Wii, but
Okay.
I still have the Wii U in the basement, so I can play that anytime I want.
Nice. Very cool. Thank you. I love that. Anything else to add before we move on? We'll get back to this one, I guess, in the games we're playing, like you said. But I think that's really neat. I'm really interested in playing this. I do love Fire Emblem. I've only played maybe 5 or so of the games in the whole entire series over the years, especially the 3DS ones and the most recent ones as well on the Switch. I've played those, but I miss these kind of earlier ones on the GameCube. So I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah. And this
Yeah.
one really is, it has much more in common with the early Game Boy games than it does on anything from the 3DS or beyond.
Mm-hmm. Well, what was the one that they released last year on the Switch Online Classics, but from which platform was it?
Was that was Game Boy Advance? Was it? It was
Yeah.
either Fire Emblem or Fire Emblem Sacred Stones.
I think it was Sacred Stones. Yes.
Okay.
And I did play a fair bit of that and I really enjoyed that one. I didn't quite finish it, but yeah, that was really good. So
Yeah,
I like
this is more like that, just with better graphics and a little more to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of just that classic turn-based, style that we like, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
I think. Yeah. Nice one. Okay, thank you, Kirk. Let us know, listeners, if you're playing Fire Emblem. If you are a fan, what is your favorite? Let's move on. We've got the biggest game of this month, I suppose, from Nintendo's perspective, from a first party perspective, is the update to Animal Crossing, which just came out on the 15th of January. And it's the free update. It's a bit confusing because it's a free update for all players, which is 3.0 is the version number. But there is also a Switch 2 edition, which has better graphics and mouse controls, etc. And that, I think, is $5 to upgrade if you have the Switch version. I haven't started this yet. I haven't got the upgrade or played it. I don't think you guys have either. Would that be correct in assuming?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's there, it's out. I've heard a lot of chatter about it. People doing the same old thing where they complain that it should have been free and not $5. I don't know. I don't know if we want to express an opinion or not because it might open the gateways a little bit. But I think, from my understanding, the version 3 update is quite substantial. But then some people say it's not as big as the 2.0 update. I don't know. Does it really matter if it's not as big? It's still pretty big. It adds a lot. The 3.0 update does add a lot, which is really cool. I think $5 is pretty reasonable personally, but I don't know. Do you guys have an opinion on that, or do you want to steer clear?
I think it would be great if it were free. It's rarely ever going to be free. So if you're going to charge something, yes, $5 is a fair price.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. What do you think, Trev?
Yeah, I mean it's an inoffensive price. I would have preferred to have a fresh like Animal Crossing. My worry is that with the Switch 2, getting, because we're just updated because we have it on Switch 1, but I imagine some players are just going to grab the Switch 2 edition, and
yes,
I worry that it's gonna. I don't want Animal Crossing to turn into like Mario Kart 8, where it's the series game across 2 consoles.
Yeah,
that's my only worry. Yeah, and I'm just wondering, like, I know, like Jemma, like we get a code. Is that for the full game?
I believe so.
Like, I was wondering if somebody owns the Switch 1 game and they go to redeem that code, like, can they have their own island on Switch 2, or is it gonna think they're trying to update like Switch 1? Because codes can be weird like that.
Yeah,
That's what I ran into with like a broken sword. I thought it was a Switch 2 edition. I thought it was gonna be its own thing, but it recognized that I owned it on Switch 1. And I'm like, boy, I wonder if Animal Crossing would do that, and like, would it just be my own island? Would I accidentally delete my island? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it's the full code, but if you have it, it would just upgrade it. I would imagine.
Because the perk would be to make a brand new island, like proper, not like a dream island. Like, because that's how it was with the first game, right? It locked you kind of to the system, like to your profile.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I got to learn more about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, Animal Crossing is a great game if you haven't already picked it up, but I mean, tens of millions have. It was like the game that got us through COVID.
Yeah, exactly. It was quite significant at that time. Yeah, and I think you make a good point about the timing as well. Well, more about it being a cross-generation game is an interesting point because we probably would rather have a new entry. I don't know. It's a tough one, isn't it? Why do this massive update? I guess that means that it's got to be at least a year, but probably longer. Like probably you want to space it out by more than 12 months if you're doing a massive update. But I don't know. I really don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I just have a feeling if we get more Animal Crossing on Switch 2, it's either going to be like a spin-off,
Mm-hmm.
kind of maybe, well, not like Amiibo Festival, but something in that vein,
Yeah.
or like a virtual console, like the GameCube Animal Crossing maybe will
Mm-hmm.
come.
Yeah,
But
and I've seen a bit of chatter, like some people, love the update. They think it's great just because they love Animal Crossing. And, people are rating the game, like, how would you rate the game? How would you rate the update? And people are like, well, if I rate the game 10 out of 10 and the update
yeah,
just enhances the game, the update has to be 10 out of 10, right? That's the logic. But
uh,
but then some people are like, well, the update's not enough for me. Plus, I don't want to pay $5. It's only a 7 out of 10, whatever it is. So I don't know. That's an interesting conundrum. How do you rate it? Because is it the full package or is it just the little update part that you're rating?
that's why
Right?
nobody's claimed our code yet, Gemma, because we're
No, it's a
trying to
tough
figure that
one.
out.
It's a tough
I
one.
was thinking about it though, because I mean I haven't played it, but like the update to me looked pretty, marginal. Like, ooh, a
Mm.
megaphone that was in the 3DS. It's like things like that. And I'm like, the game is great. It's at least a 9. I think we might have given it a 9.5.
Mhm.
Correct, a different reviewer, but I'm like, this update, if this is, at first glance, it seems like a pretty average update. So it's like, how do you balance that? And I don't have an answer.
Yeah, exactly. It's a tough one. I'm sure we could just give it to Kirk and he can deal with
Yes.
it.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, let us know, listeners, if you're enjoying Animal Crossing. What do you think of the update? Is it everything you wanted, or would you prefer a new game? We would love to hear your thoughts. A couple of 2025 little further update thingies just that happened earlier in the year that I thought were cool and interesting. There was a Steam award, and this was, I guess, a player voted award. And Silksong came away with the 2025 Game of the Year Steam Award with 43 million votes, which I thought was neat. And then they do, I guess, the best game of 2025 or of each year, sorry, on Metacritic. And I suppose this is the best rated game, like in terms of numbers. And Hades 2 took that one away, which I thought was pretty neat as well. Both of those were in my top 10. So I feel like I was on par with that. Yeah, but both very good games. Congratulations to the developers of those for a pretty outstanding year. Can't wait to see what happens next for both of those teams. The
I
final
think
piece
it
of
won Best Soundtrack too, Gemma, Silksong.
best what soundtrack? Oh, did
Yeah.
it? Ah,
Also on the
see,
Steam Awards. So.
such a good soundtrack. It really, really is. Really, really good. Amazing, actually. The other piece of news, which is from January 7th now, but still, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is coming out. The full game is coming out on February the 5th. A demo did come out very randomly on January the 7th. Square Enix just sort of posted, here it's coming out, here it is, here's the demo. So it's out now. You can try it ahead of the full release. A lot of people are very excited about this. Dragon Quest seems to have a huge following, and it's just kind of in the zeitgeist at the moment because everyone's, they've had the HD versions of 3 and then 1 and 2. Obviously, people are talking about, is it 12, I think, is the next in the series that they're still waiting. Everyone's waiting to see what's happening with that. 7 is pretty well received, highly acclaimed. I don't know if either of you, I don't think, because I thought Kirk said you've only played, was it 11? Or Dragon Quest 11, was it?
Yes. Yeah, I think it was
Yes.
11. Yeah.
Yes. I had not played this one either. I have tried the demo. It is pretty good. I think maybe Trev, you and I might have mentioned the graphics when they gave us the teaser or the trailer, and we're like, oh, is it like chibi characters? What's going on there?
Mm.
Yeah. It's a little odd, but it does look really nice. So I did download the Switch 2. Is it a Switch 2? Yeah, this one is a Switch 2 version. It was Trails from Beyond, I think, Kirk, that had a demo that was not a Switch 2 demo. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I
You
thought was
already have
odd.
a game now to your list. You have a demo. So that's how you got up to 80 some odd games.
Yes, and I did try that
Exactly.
demo also, Kirk, you'll be pleased to know. When you were talking about, was that on the show? You were talking about the story, how it's very story driven. Um,
Yes.
that
Yeah, like
demo.
just like
Oh yeah, that demo was like mostly reading, like just
yeah,
like,
and that
oh my
that
god.
that goes on. Now, if you take that and you combine it with like a 15-minute boss battle, and then you have that reading before the battle, and then midway through the battle, and then after the battle, and there's no way you could stop and pause and save. I mean, you could shut off your Switch, but you can't
Mhm.
save the game anywhere that whole time. Yeah,
That's the game in a nutshell.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically it.
Yeah. I did read a review and I'm like, yes. I only have played the demo, but I can completely understand because yeah, I was just, and I didn't know you were talking about, sorry, and we're talking about Dragon Quest here, and now we've moved to Trails from Beyond, but because you were talking about how many characters there are, it's kind of the culmination of this series, and I'm fresh to this series. I'm just like, who are all these people? Like,
Yeah.
but back to Dragon Quest 7, it is really, it's a great game. I mean, the demo release is wonderful. I definitely highly recommend checking it out if you're at least partially interested. I don't know if I'll be picking up the full game just because I don't know that I'll have time to play this because it's apparently quite a big game. It's a big Kirk style adventure. Like it's over 100 hours, I believe, or in the vicinity of around the 100-hour mark, I think, from what I've seen online for the full game. So maybe Kirk suddenly it's piqued his interest. Like this is one for
You
me.
want me to add another one of those?
No. We got to get your tally up again. We got to beat 2025 with
Oh, well,
2026.
there's a new Fire Emblem game coming out. We've got what is it? Fortune's
Yes.
Weave. Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
120 right there.
Nice. Yeah, so it's out now, the demo. Check it out. Let us know if you've tried it. And yeah, we'll see how that goes in February. Yeah, but as I said, the graphics, I don't know. I was a little, yeah, it was just weird maybe at first, but it does look lovely. It is quite nice. I think I prefer the 2D style of the 1 and 2 HD 2D, whatever it is. I think I like that because it's a bit more, slightly more retro. But this one, they have done a good job, and there's a lot to do even in the demo, and it does give you a taste of the adventure to come because you're this, character, and you meet like your friend is like the prince, and you're on this journey to find out what's going on. You're basically on this island, and you're like, what's going on outside this island? No one seems to know. So, yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty fun. So let's see what happens with that one. But let's move on to, for the first time this year, because last week we didn't have this segment, Kirk's Corner. What have you got for us this week?
Well, I've got a game I don't know a whole lot about, but I'm putting it in here because I imagine many people at least know the source material.
Mm.
It was just announced that Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown is coming to Switch 2 on February 18th. This game had been previously announced for other systems, and they just announced the Switch 2 version and that it will get a simultaneous release with the other consoles.
Cool.
So if you're a Star Trek fan, or specifically Voyager, I've never seen an episode of Voyager. I think because my name is Kirk and I grew up my whole life with people calling me Captain, I developed an aversion to Star Trek probably pretty early.
Yeah.
Um, so never really got into the series, but it looks like a good game. It's published by developed by Game Excite and published by Daedalic. And it
Mhm.
looks like there's a lot of management from watching the trailer. It's like you've got the spaceship and you're managing that and the people on it and trying to keep them alive as you're moving through or as you're moving across the unknown, I guess.
Mm.
So yeah, it's Daedalic tended to focus more on like puzzle adventure games kind of things. So I imagine there'll be some of that element along with the sim management, and it looks like there's some combat too. Yeah, Star Trek fans hop on it. If this were a Flash Gordon game, and instead of being on the USS Voyager, it was War Rocket Ajax, I would be all over this, regardless of the genre. So I imagine that fans of Star Trek, this looks like it could be a fun one.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like it's what, it's out on the 18th of February,
Yep.
and it's 10% off if you wanted to get it ahead of time, I suppose. Pre-order it.
So it'll be out by the time we post this. Oh wait, no, February.
No,
You said. I'm
February.
sorry.
Yeah, 18th February. So next month. And
Oh,
there
that's
is a
quick.
sale, 10% off until the 19th. So you can get a little pre-order bonus there if you wanted to. How do you feel about Star Trek, Trev? Are you a fan?
Um, I like the original series. I haven't gotten into some of the later ones, like except for the movies. I've seen all the movies, but my
Mm.
wife's a big Voyager fan. I was more of a Babylon 5 fan, so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited about this game, mainly for her because I know she really enjoys the show. And of course, every time I see Star Trek Voyager, Gemma, I think of when on The Simpsons. You remember when their photo album got destroyed, and Marge was trying to recapture all the photo albums, like repose,
Yeah.
and she staged. They had a Star Trek Voyager party. It was like Bon Voyage Voyager, and like Lenny was dressed up as Seven of Nine, and they're crying. They're like, "Oh, Captain Janeway!" So
Oh, that's
um,
funny.
that's my Simpson / Star Trek reference. So
Yes. That is it. That's I'd call that an obscure reference. That's a good one.
oh,
I'd
I love that. I
forgotten.
can't even remember the episode. Oh, you know what it was? The photo album they put in the safe. They could each
Mm,
put one thing in the safe, and Homer put his scent of a Wookiee cologne,
that's
and
right.
like Bart put like a crusty doll that activated the Malibu Stacy convertible headlights that heated up
Yes.
the Wookiee cologne,
Yeah.
so the safe caught on fire. You got to find that clip and like somehow embed it in the.
Oh, I will do my best. Yeah. That is good. That is good.
Uh,
I love that. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Thank you, Kirk. I've not seen Voyager myself. My dad is a huge Star Trek fan. I'm more of a Star Wars fan, but I do like the movies. I've watched the movies like Trev. And yeah, that's cool. I like that it's a different kind of style, as in it's not just another, platformer or a 3D first person whatever adventure. Like it's a
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds like it could be interesting. And I
There will be a demo for it too.
oh,
There is a
okay.
demo for the other consoles, but they say in the press release here that a demo for Nintendo Switch 2. And again, it's not available for the Switch. The game's only coming to Switch 2. It said it's expected to follow soon. So
Hmm.
watch for the demo if you're interested in checking it out, and then pick it up in February.
Yeah, maybe I should get the demo. Then I can keep my numbers high again for the year. It's my secret. Everyone knows my secret now. Yeah,
uh,
cool. Thank you, Kirk. Let's move on to the games that we're playing. And I will kick things off. I finally got, you guys will be interested, particularly Trev, I finally got Fantasy Life I on the holidays.
nice.
Yeah, which I had really wanted to get since it came out. When did it come out? Was it like October, September, October? I can't remember now. Late last year. And I'm a big fan of the original on the DS. Was it DS or 3DS? I think it was DS.
3DS.
3DS, 3DS. Yeah. Love the original. Was very interested in this one. It just had a very high price point. So I kind of had up my wish list a la Kirk, and it went on sale. So I picked it up. And I'm very happy I did. I've been playing it. I've only played it maybe I was going to say 6 or 7 hours. I did not mean to do that. I have been playing it about 6 hours though, and really getting into it. It's really fun. It's exactly what I expected. This is a kind of a cozy kind of game. And I've grown accustomed to that term now, cozy. I didn't really like it at first, but this is a cozy game. It's not like it's all about sim elements. It's not Animal Crossing. You do have a house you can decorate, but you don't have to. That's not the main part of the game. You can spend your time fishing and chopping down things and crafting things if you want to, or you can just run around, fighting little enemies and creatures. And there's a story as well. There's a very in-depth story mode. It's part of the game. You can follow the story, or you can choose to level up your character. So there's a lot of choice to be made there. And the game is all about lives, and by lives it really means jobs. So you can choose from, what's the number? It must be like 15. It's probably not 15, but it's between 12 and 16, let's say.
That's
And
pretty
you
high.
can, yeah, it's pretty high. There's a lot to choose from. You can be a magician. So there's kind of 4 or 5 battle classes, which is your paladin, your mercenary, your magician. Then there's the what would you call it, the crafting ones, I guess, where you can be an alchemist or a blacksmith, a chef, a tailor. So there's those ones. And then there's the what do you call this class, where you're like a woodcutter or a fish, like an angler. You catch fish, you chop down
Yeah.
trees, that sort of thing. So, and you can unlock them all at once, like anytime you want. You can go back and unlock a new one, or you can stick with one and get it up, get the levels up. They're very easy to switch between, which I really like. You can just switch on the fly, which I don't think you could do in the 3DS one from memory. Do you remember,
I
Trev?
don't. If you could, I didn't do it. I stuck with. I remember. I started with the fisherman or the angler, as you said,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think I. I think I. Yeah, I don't remember switching a lot. So
Yeah, I
I
feel
think I
like
ran through their
yeah.
life or their story.
Yeah. I think that's the original one. You kind of had to a little bit more. I think you could, but you had to go back into town and to change it or something. I can't remember now. It's been a long time. This
Yeah,
one
it
you
might
can,
not have been as intuitive. Like, or
yeah. This one you can change anytime. So if there's a tree I want to chop down, I just walk up to the tree and I turn into the woodcutter again and chop the tree down, which is really cool. If I'm on the beach and there's a enemy like to attack, I can just press Y and I become the magician. Or because you can become the latest attacking class that you were, which for me is generally the magician. But you can also just change into anyone by going to the menu and just changing to your paladin or your mercenary, whatever. So yeah, it's really neat. It's just a fun, and when I mentioned cozy earlier, it's just kind of easy. I mean, I have died a few times. Like, there's some enemies who are pretty powerful. Like, do you remember the Nap Dragon, Trev? Because that I
mm,
think was in the original, and I'd completely forgotten that existed. And I just found the Nap Dragon, and I tried to attack it. I'm like, oh, I'll take a few, medicinal kind of herby type things to power me up a little bit for a battle with the Nap Dragon. It's level 30. I'm like level, I don't know, 14, something like that. I'm like, yeah, I could probably take it on if I dodge its attack. I got hit once and I got killed. So yeah, I'm not ready for the Nap Dragon. So there are powerful enemies. You can choose, or more or less choose how hard you want it to be. I mean, it's not like you choose difficulty levels like Fire Emblem, but you don't have to fight the Nap Dragon if you don't want to. So yeah, it's just really cute, and it's made by Level 5, who I think we love. They do the Leighton series. You
mm.
can tell it's got their trademark kind of cartoony vibe all over it. Their little quirky kind of narrative in there as well. Some of the characters are quite funny. The story, it's the girl who leapt through time is the subtitle. So there is a time element. You jump between islands and you can go to the future, the past, or the present. And once you unlock the ability to do that, you can go back and forth to your as much as you like. So there's heaps to explore, like heaps. It's pretty big, which is cool. There are a lot of nods to things like Zelda, with the shrines. They're called shrines as well, and they look like shrines from Tears of the Kingdom. But they're nowhere near as hard as the ones from Tears of the Kingdom. They're pretty easy, or at least the ones I've done are pretty easy. Yeah, but there's a lot to do. I'm just going to play this in the background, I think, for a little bit in between review games. I haven't reviewed a game yet this year, but having said that, actually, I will get to the game that I did review next, but we might kick it over to Kirk first for
I had
his.
one quick question, Jim. I'm
Yeah, of
sorry.
course. Please ask away.
So you were talking about the lives. Like, have you
Yeah.
tried out? Like, there's like a painter. I think that's new to the Switch game that wasn't in the 3DS.
Yeah, there's an artist, yes. I haven't tried that one. I think the one's locked. I think Farmer and maybe Artist are locked. I don't know what I have to do to unlock them.
Okay, that was my question. Can you get
Yeah.
them right away, or do you have to
No.
progress?
Everything else is available up front, so you can choose anything else except those 2, and I'm not sure
Okay.
yet why or how to get them, but as I said, I'm only 6 hours in. I've unlocked most of them because I wanted to. And, like, my first one was Magician because I really liked that in the last game, so I was Magician, and then I wanted to chop down trees because 'cause they're just everywhere, and I love chopping down trees, and it's really satisfying to do that. And quite easy to level that character up, so the woodcutter was my second. But, yeah, I just got the blacksmith because 'cause I'm not super into the crafting, so I haven't done a lot of that yet, but I've just got the blacksmith and the chef. So I've got most. I think I've only got like 2 left. I'm guessing that when I unlock all of them, or when I choose all of them, then the other 2 might become available, would be my guess. But yeah, I haven't quite got to that stage yet. Each time you do a new life, you are set on a little task to meet the master of that life. Like, you go meet the blacksmith master, whatever, if you're doing the blacksmith life, and they give you a little task to do. You're a novice and then you become a fledgling when you've done this task. So it's a little bit of running around. Like, you go and see someone in the market, they'll give you the ore or whatever, you take it back, you learn how to smith it. But you can skip the tutorial, which I find really interesting. It's like you can just skip the tutorial and rank up straight away. I'm like, why would I want to do that? I don't know. I guess if you want to make it a faster game, but
An option for people who maybe played the original to death and think they understand
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've just done it
mechanics.
because, I paid for this game, so I want to kind of play it to the fullest. So I've
Mm.
just done each one, and they only take maybe 15 minutes. I don't know. It's pretty easy. Anyway, there is that option though. Maybe that people just want to skip ahead and get right to the battles or right to the crafting. And like I said, it's not very hard, so it's pretty intuitive. You don't really need the tutorial, but I kind of like the story that goes with it and like meeting people and seeing what's the go with everyone. So yeah, but that is an option. You can also skip those as well. Yeah. Quality of life, maybe. I don't know.
Mm.
But yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. I'm glad I picked it up. So yeah, maybe it'll be my top played game in January, perhaps at the end of the year.
Nice.
We'll see. Let's move on to Kirk, who is playing something pretty exciting actually. What have you got on the go?
Yeah, do you remember when we were talking about Hyrule Warriors?
Yes.
And I said this game really makes me want to see what a true Warriors game is going to be like on the Switch too.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful what you wish for.
Okay. Right.
This game is nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because I'm still playing through Hyrule Warriors. I didn't realize how much easier they had made that
Mm.
versus what a Dynasty Warriors game is. This game is intense.
Yeah.
Um, like in Hyrule Warriors, when they're about to do like one of their special attacks, and a Bobakin or whatever will like turn red and jump into the air, and you've got all kinds of time to hit the button that hits
Yeah.
attacking when they're coming at you. Not in this. They have these special attacks. They're not nearly that telegraphed. You have 2 or 3 different things that you have to do. You need to figure out the right one. And the whole time we are trying to attack one of these bosses, you've got, of course, all the other soldiers on the ground around you. And in this game, they're actually effective. Like in Hyrule Warriors, they'll just kind of stand there and stare for a long time. And every now and again, maybe once every 10 seconds, bother to try to throw a spear at you. In this game, they're constantly coming at you. So you got to clear all
Mm.
these people out and then do the boss battles, which are much more difficult. And they'll bring a couple in straight away. There's the really funny thing about it too is there's an option to leave the bodies on the battleground after you've killed them.
Whoa.
So the battleground is just strewn, and it's not like they're missing limbs or there's blood everywhere. It's just, and it's not all of them. Clearly, you couldn't do that with this many games. There would be stacked 3 or 4 bodies high.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just very intense. The action, it's a lot of fun. The graphics are great. The gameplay is really smooth. I think it's capped at 30 frames per second. Well, there's one where you could play it where it's not locked in, and I don't know if that means that sometimes it's going to be lower and other times it's going to be higher. I
Mm.
just locked it in, but that's the same on some other systems. There are a lot of them, like even I think on the PS5, and I could be wrong, but I believe in the press kit I saw that was locked too. But
Mm.
there's just so much going on. Otherwise, it's kind of set up the same way. You've got really big battles, and then you've got skirmishes that you could use to level up. There's an overworld map where you can run around and find different things, different items that you could use to level up swords and such. But yeah, it's just a much bigger, more aggressive, much more challenging beast. And of course, it being set in China, it's like the Three Kingdoms era. Um, it's much more grounded in that regard. So like more things look the same, and you get characters, but obviously they're not as diverse as what you would go up against or have on your side in Hyrule Warriors. But yeah, good game. I'm going to wrap up my review pretty soon and have it posted next week. The game launches on January 22nd, so soon after this comes out.
Mm.
Uh, but I don't think there's a demo for it. It would be nice if there was, so people could try it. Yeah, if your only exposure to the Warriors franchises is Hyrule Warriors or even Fire Emblem, slow down a little bit before you hop into this
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it really is going to be a much different experience.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely sounds like it. I'm sure one of the other Dynasty Warriors had a demo on the Switch. I don't know which one it was.
Well, I think the only ones that came out on the Switch from Dynasty Warriors, and again, that's different from Samurai Warriors, different
Oh, yeah, maybe
settings
it
and
was
such.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Dynasty Warriors, I believe 8 and 9 both came out for the Switch, but otherwise they haven't that series hasn't really seen a lot on Nintendo.
So this
Yeah,
is
in fact,
really yeah.
that's what I would recommend if you wanna try a different Warriors games other than Hyrule, go to the most recent Samurai Warriors games and do that one first because that one's a little easier,
So is
to
this
handle.
what's the original? Is the original Samurai Warriors or Dynasty Warriors?
I don't know.
Ah.
I really don't.
Okay, and do you know why this one is called Origins? Is it because it's set before the previous?
Yeah, it kind of is a bit of a reboot into how the game's played and the stories that it's telling. I believe I didn't play Dynasty Warriors 9, but I know there was some feedback on that they made some changes that people didn't like. So this kind of like is not a reboot of the series, but a retinkering of how the game is going to be played and done going forward. I think. Well,
Mm.
depending on how well it does, I assume. But yeah, you can. I mean, any of the Warriors games, you can hop in anywhere and start playing them. It's not like they really carry strong stories that you need to cover. In fact, this one of the things about this too is it goes back to having kind of like a silent hero. The Samurai Warriors games featured actual characters, or not characters, actual people from the eras.
Hmm.
And you kind of like bounce back and forth between them. In this one, you have a guy you're playing who's just a fictional person who's kind of weaving his way through this world. They kind of did that with the, what was it called? Samurai Warriors Chronicles, which was on the 3DS, where you were able to create a hero and then interact with these actual people from history. So that's kind of what you're doing here too. The story's fine. It's not great. I'm not as nearly into the story as I was for Hyrule Warriors, for example. But it's enough to push you through and want to get better as you unlock more characters and abilities, and keep taking things up a notch. Like every battle, something new is happening to make it even more thrilling.
Mm. And this one was released on other platforms already, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I believe in the fall or last year, not too long ago.
Yeah. Cool. And so this is the Switch 2 version. Some of those screenshots, like there's a lot of people. Like it
Oh
looks,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and they all are effective. I mean, you're not able to completely wipe out an entire battlefield of people like you can in Hyrule Warriors. You can wipe out a lot in one
Yeah.
shot,
Right.
but you need to get good. You can't just bully your way through the game. You've got to be smart.
Yeah. Wow.
When the
Cool.
bodies are on the ground, like, do they still have collision detection? Like, can you trip over them, or do they block you? Or
You could trip over them. No, you're kind of like stepping on them as if they were just like rocks, I believe, and you're
okay, because I was going to
moving
say
on.
after a certain point, you might like kind of wedge yourself in a corner, like a wall of bodies blocking entrance.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably what it was really like, right? Back in
Ugh,
this era.
that's
Yeah.
messed up.
Oh my goodness.
Uh,
Cool. Well, thank you, Kirk. That's interesting. Very interesting.
Yep.
Yes. Very different to Horror Warriors by the sounds of it. Yeah. Cool. Let us know, listeners, if you're planning on picking this one up on January 22nd. I will just talk quickly about the other game that I've been playing recently, which is Silksong, Hollow Knight Silksong, which I know I've talked a lot about previously because it was my what did I make it? Number 3, didn't I? In my
we
games of the
talked
year.
about it even in this episode.
I did, yes. Any excuse to talk about it. But the reason I wanted to bring it up is I've been playing it, and it was my most played game in December, which is pretty cool. And also I finally wrote a review. So, even though it came out, was it late September, early October, something like that? We hadn't done a review for it, and we was sort of not sure if we were going to, but because I picked it up and have spent a lot of time with it and thought it was worthy, given that it was in our top 10, it was worthy of a review. So it is better late than never. It is up on the website now, so you can see my full thoughts if you wanted to read them in their entirety. But yeah, I cannot praise this game or series high enough. And I'm looking forward to the DLC that is coming out this year. We don't have a date, but it will be out in 2026. But yeah, it's just fantastic. And I definitely love that the soundtrack was noted in the sort of awards there, because it is just lovely. Both Hollow Knight and Silksong are the same composer. Just lovely. Really, really lovely, and very emotional, I suppose, and just captures the feeling of being in this world, this kind of insect world with all of these characters. And battles, obviously intense battles, and Silksong is so much harder than Hollow Knight, I find, but it's very satisfying when you find a path or defeat a boss or collect something cool. There's just so much to do. It's kind of that sprawling kind of Metroidvania. And I said in my review, this is like, we don't necessarily love the term Metroidvania, but this is like the definition, I think, of Metroidvania. It
Right,
fits,
we means me.
yeah, it does fit squarely into that category, though, into that genre, very much so. So yeah, I won't harp on any more about that one because I have done so already. But it is fantastic. Check it out if you haven't already. But let's go back to Kirk for a bit more Fire Emblem love. Path of Radiance. What else would you like to
Yeah,
say?
like I don't want to harp on this too. I mean, I could do a whole show
Yeah.
on Fire Emblem Path of Radiance.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was fun for me because this is the first time I downloaded the GameCube for Nintendo Classics.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Hmm.
and just started playing this. I'm impressed. I think with how it looks. I think one of the best things about Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is the way they did the graphics back then. Um, the battles, as you're moving across the battlefield, or sorry, during the actual fights, are kind of done in like a 3D kind of way that looks a little dated. But the rest of it with the 2D, cartoon characters, the 2D characters as they're talking,
Mm.
I think still looks really good. And it's still an approach, although much fancier now that they do with the standard Fire Emblem games. So I think a lot of people are going to be comfortable with that. But yeah, I started playing this, it's like I was talking to Sam about this too. Like everybody, I assume, has one of those games where it's so good and they like it so much that it makes them excited about all the other games they're playing too.
Yeah, right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it
Mhm.
does.
Especially, as we review, I play a lot of games and I like it and I like playing games, but there are some that just make me so happy that I doesn't matter what I'm playing. I'm like, yeah, I just love this whole process. And Path of Radiance does that with me.
That's cool.
Um,
Hmm.
it's got a great story, centering around Ike, who most people came to know through Smash Brothers.
Hmm.
Mhm.
He's a mercenary. We see a lot of Fire Emblem games that start off with a mercenary band, but it's got this story of these three different countries, a very complex but smartly complex balance between who's the bad guy and who's the good guy and who's helping who. And it also focuses a lot on basically what's a metaphor for racism. In again, a very intelligent way. There are animal shapeshifters in the game called Lagoos. They refer to humans as Bjork, and they're hated by a lot of people and feared. There's a really cool scene at one point where Ike's talking about they always just called them subhuman, and he calls one of them that, and the Lagoo starts yelling at him like, "Why would you use that derogatory term?" He goes, "Is it derogatory? That's the only word we knew." They're like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Okay, I'll stop." I thought, well, wouldn't it be great if everybody could just like, well, I didn't know it was. I see that it is now. All right, I'll call you Lagoos. Like
Yeah.
even like back when this game came out, like 2005, 2007. I don't know when it came out initially. Um, Ahead of its time and how we can
Yeah.
deal with that kind of thing. But yeah, the gameplay is great. It really pushes quickly into the battles. Some of them you can look at and say, all right, I'm going to work my way through. There was one um, sort of, I'd say about 25% of the way through the game. I think I had to play it 6 times before I was able to do it without anybody dying, and almost always because I was being dumb. Um, but it's often not just about winning. You want to make sure you're using the right character to level up. Like they give you a character at the beginning, and I won't spoil anything. I'll give you tips. You get Titania, who is a beast early in the game, and she can take out everybody. But you don't want to use her all the time because then she takes away the experience from other people. They don't level up properly, and now you've got an underpowered army.
Mm.
Once people start overpowering her. Um, but one other real quick thing I'll say I like about this game a lot is they give you bonus experience where after the battle's done, if your character attacks, gets experience. If your character takes out an enemy, gets a lot more experience, takes out the boss, gets even more. But you get bonus experience based on how quickly you did it, whether you achieve certain objectives that you can assign to anybody. So if you get new characters who are underleveled, or there's just one you want to make sure you're going to be able to take with you through the whole game, you can decide where to assign that bonus experience and make sure that the people you want to be at the top of your party can continue to be at the top of the party, and to give some stragglers a chance. And I wish modern Fire Emblem games did that too. They do not.
That is cool. That is really neat. Does the sequel do that as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So just those two then, that pair, basically.
Yeah, there may have been some others offhand. I can't remember. But yeah, it's still something. I think because they got rid of that when they started adding all these like bonus things and all these paralogs where you could go fight anybody you wanted. Like you had to do it in the 3DS games because that also like brought the characters closer together so they could get married and have kids. There was so much fluff that was added on to it that they didn't really need that system anymore. And what I'm saying is I want that old system back and less fluff.
Yep. Yes. Thank you, Kirk. That makes me really excited to play this, actually, your description. So, yeah, I appreciate that.
And
I
Kirk,
hope you
now
like it.
that
I
you've-
look forward to hearing about it.
Sorry, Trev?
Oh no, Kirk, now that you finally downloaded GameCube for Switch Online, you think you're gonna dip into more of the library?
Well, right now, as far as I know, my wife is in there playing Luigi's Mansion.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah.
There
I
you
was
go.
going to play some Path of Radiance before this started. She's like, "Let's play a game together." And I said, "I don't think I have any 2-player games on the system right now, but remember this?" And she was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm on."
That's awesome. You can also do the Chibi Robo game.
Oh, is that a 2-player game?
It's a fun game to
but
watch
it's fun.
somebody play.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I will try that one out. Oh, and she was also asking, what is it? Wario World? Is that the one that's on there? I've never played that. So
Oh
maybe
yeah, I never played that either.
Oh yeah, that's right. That just
I heard
came
that
out
was pretty good.
recently too, didn't it? Yeah. Yep. I would like to also try that. Oh, there's so many games to try. Let's get back to the gaming. Yeah, thank you so much for that. That was really cool. I just also have to say I love the way you said that a certain game is so good that it makes you excited for gaming in general. I think that's really a really nice sentiment, and a really kind of sort of summarizes, I think, why a lot of people do enjoy gaming and why it does get us all excited to talk about things, like why I get so excited about Silksong or Mario or whatever, So yeah, I do love that. Thank you.
We gotta figure out a way to make Silksong, like combine that to be the new Metroidvania. Because when Kirk was talking about Fire Emblem,
yeah,
like people can hear Metroidvania and be like, I didn't realize that was a term Trev doesn't like. I'll stop using it. So
yeah, I
maybe
know.
we can do a Silksong Troid or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, even Chibi Robo's got elements of that. Like how deep do we want to dive? Like I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else either of you would like to add before we do close things off for the week? I know, Trev, you don't have any current games that you're playing, but hopefully you will have something coming up soon that we can look forward to hearing about.
Yeah, all I got is the fluff. I gotta
The
get less fluff.
Yeah.
More,
That's okay. That's okay. No, thank you both for joining me this week. Was there anything? Sorry, I did ask that question, then I didn't really let you answer. Was there anything else you wanted to add before we close things up?
I think I'm good.
Yep. Trev?
Got to get back to Path of Radiance.
Yeah. Now I'm like, do I play Fantasy Life or Path of Radiance?
I'd like listeners too, if you want to share your top played games of the year or stuff like that. That'd be fun to look at.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Yes, please let us know.
And please, someone beat my 1,111 hours.
I haven't seen any online. Like none of the ones I saw online were better than that. So
what does that break down to? By I'm not good.
I don't want to do the math.
Man.
It's like almost 100 hours a month on average, right? I guess.
Yeah.
Close to. It's pretty cool.
Well.
Yeah. Yes. I can't wait to see what this year brings. I think it's going to be interesting. Very interesting to see. But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us this week. We are working on the next issue of the Pure Nintendo magazine. It is in development. It is probably over halfway through now. We're getting really close. So we're looking forward to printing that towards the end of the month or early in February. So stay tuned. If you'd like a copy, you can head on over to patreon.com/Pure Nintendo to support us, and you will get a copy delivered in your mailbox. That is for US and Canadian residents only at this stage. And if you would like to follow us on social media, you can do so over on Blue Sky. I think that's it. I think we've done it. Thank you for our first kind of like show of the year that was not just a special show, like a normal show. Thank you both very much. Thank you, listeners. And until next week, game on, everybody. Bye.
So long.